November 17th, Board of Health meeting to order. We'll first move on to the approval of the agenda.
There are no additions or corrections. I move it be accepted as submitted.
I second.
Thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? No. All right, next we'll move on to the approval of the minutes from August 20th of 2025.
I move to approve the minutes.
Support.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All righty. We'll move on to our accounts payable report.
Good afternoon.
All right, just have a couple questions for you.
Okay.
When it says under, employees out of county travel, am I to assume that's for conference support?
Yeah, there is I believe two employees that say out of county travel.
Yep.
And they were both for an STI HIV conference.
Okay. And then on page 3, the Polly's Country Market, the vouchers.
That's for the SDOH program, that Monica was able to secure extra funding for.
Okay.
So we did get, Holly's worked with us to allow increments of $10, and they also allowed us to limit so that lottery and alcohol couldn't be purchased with them. So I think it's a valuable, I forget the word, but it's a good thing.
All right, anyone else have any questions?
Good.
All right, then I'll look for, motion to accept the accounts payable report.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, we'll move on to our health officers report.
Good afternoon. Just a few updates. Respiratory illness here in Lenawee County, influenza and RSV are still pretty low. COVID has been on an increase this last month. There has been no detection of H5N1 avian influenzas in Michigan since 3/24. So that has settled down a little bit. There are still currently 27 measles cases throughout Michigan and none in Lenawee. An update on our strategic plan. The draft is near done, the final draft, I should say. My plan is to send this out to all the board in the next week or two, so you have time to review it before our next meeting. My hope is that in October, we can discuss, concerns or anything like that, and then hopefully move to implement that starting in November. Some updates on our projects, CDC infrastructure projects. We are anticipated to start October 1. There will be 4 phases that will take place, and just some notable items to bring your attention to. Clinic renovations, the room 2317 and 2318 improvements are scheduled to begin the first week of December. So during the 2 weeks, capacity for clients will be reduced. And then following those 2 weeks, starting December 15th through January 2nd, our clinics will be shut down, so the floors and finishes can totally be redone. In the meantime, we have reserved meeting rooms across the hall to be able to still maintain limited services such as supply visits, immunizations, waivers, and things like that. So we will continue services as much as possible during that time. The environmental health reception area, that work is tentatively to begin in November. While that work is underway, reception will be shifted to the health education room. And there's an entrance accessible from the hallway. So there will be no, just a little shift in where they enter. We are going to be working with Hunter Storage to assist us with removal, storage, and returning of our furniture and wall items, bulletin boards, desks, file cabinets, and like our conference room tables and things like that. They're going to help us remove those and store them so we can be efficient and get the carpet removed and installed quite efficiently. Just a little bit on FY26 funding. We are still awaiting information. There's not been much movement on either side, state or federal. We had a discussion with MDHHS regarding the potential of a state shutdown. We have been told that if a shutdown does occur, that they will provide us with contact information for those that will be remaining that will remain working while the shutdown occurs. And most times when there's a shutdown at the federal level, when there is the budget gets passed, then our budgets usually are retroactive to October 1. While this is best practice, it's not required, so there is a potential that it may not be retroactive. They wanted to make us aware of that. In preparation for a shutdown on both federal and state levels, Jamie and I conducted another financial analysis, and our department expenses approximately $237,000 a month. And that's about $195,000 in salaries and fringes and just about $42,000 in fixed costs. Our contingency plan is if there is a shutdown, we will use our reserve funds to carry us until there is a budget in place, and hope that there is, retroactive. Our reserve fund will be able to support that. I am hoping that it is not a month and it will be all resolved by October 1. But we needed to have a plan in place just in case, such occurs. And I just wanted to bring that to the board's attention to see if there's any concerns or if there's an objection to going ahead and using that. If not, we'll proceed as we have had planned in our contingency. And that's all I have.
Sounds like a plan.
Any other questions for Monica?
So when are you supposed to know whether
We could know on 9:30
Oh.
if there's a budget or not a budget, or if there's a shutdown. There is a lot of uncertainties at the state level. So they said, once they know and once they have a plan in place, they'll let us know. But we felt it was important for us to make a plan internally just so we can be prepared.
I just want to comment, I do appreciate the health department, in particular, your staff, Monica, for taking this on, because this is a real possibility. We are not seeing cooperation within our state legislators that would give us any indication that they will be able to come to some sort of agreement on a budget when we have 3 completely separate budgets that have been put forward. The last one, which was presented by the House, I don't know if it was real or not, but it definitely caused a lot of shock and awe, where a lot of things were slashed. And at the federal level, you're right, they keep passing on a continuation to move things down the road a little bit further. So hopefully they'll be able to get things together. In the meantime, she's absolutely right. We are going with what we know right now. The health department has been making some contingency decisions in the event we have to go there. And we are looking at that as a county also. So hopefully, fingers crossed, and if you have any contact with your state legislators, please tell them to start working together so we can move this county and this state forward. Thank you. Thank you.
And can I ask how much our reserve funds are?
The last time I looked, I don't know the exact cent, but it was about 1.7. I think it was 1.704.
Yeah. All right. Any existing business we need to discuss?
Not that I'm aware of.
How about any new business?
No, not that I'm aware of.
All right, we're on to program reports. First up is personal health.
Hello. Well, this last month has been very busy with the back to school clinics and immunizations. Starting October, we will be doing influenza and RSV vaccinations. You can schedule an appointment on a regular Wednesday immunization clinic day, or we will be offering Tuesdays during the month of October. So that's about all I have this. Any questions?
Is the new COVID out?
We don't
No.
have anything on COVID at this time.
The ACIP does meet tomorrow and Friday, so there should be some type of direction hopefully after Friday.
I know the VA program doesn't have any. Well, the new street.
Okay.
All right. Move on to environmental health.
Good afternoon, everyone. We're staying pretty busy in environmental health, coming to a close with vector-borne disease surveillance at the beginning of this month and beach monitoring. We've also had seen a shift in downward trend on the number of apps and permits that we're issuing, and that's kind of typical for this time of year. Hopefully that will continue to pick back up. I did want to let you guys know that we do have a new set of body art rules that have been passed in the state of Michigan. They went into effect on 9/11. So there'll be some changes to the body art program and some changes that will affect our local businesses. But otherwise, we're staying pretty busy in EH, as you can see from the applications and permits. Do you have any questions?
All right.
Thank you.
All right, we'll move on to emergency preparedness with Monica.
I have been doing a bit of training and drills as required for emergency preparedness. I conducted a MyHon and inventory management tracking drill. That's just happened this past month. And also there is some mandatory Michigan Volunteer Registry training that is a 3-part series, I believe, and I have taken one of them and the other 2 are upcoming. Besides that, we're just plunking along.
Okay. Any other questions for Monica? All right, we're on to finance.
Good afternoon again, and so in your packet, I've included 2 different reports. One is the FY26 budget. This is the budget that was submitted to the county. It's going through the county budget process. So I wanted to provide it for you all as well. Monica and I worked very hard to figure out what were absolutely needed expenses versus things that we could do without. And we whittled it down to this, and I think it's beautiful. I hope all of you do as well. So then I also included, don't know why that's in there twice, it's the same thing. I apologize about that. And I also included the updated immunization prices for starting on October 1. The most notable increases in price was the Beyfortus and the Abrysvo, which are both the RSV. The Beyfortus did have a $35 increase and the Abrysvo was $11. And then the estimated at this time, the Moderna vaccine did also increase 29 and 7 respectively for age. But for the most part, the rest of them are all pretty much less than $5 up or down, which usually happens towards the fall, back to school, flu season type scenarios. So that's what I have for you. Our new fiscal year starts on the 1st. And as Monica said, there's a lot of uncertainty with the federal and the state budgets. So as soon as we know, we'll let you know. Does anyone have any questions about either of the reports that I've submitted for you? All right. Thank you all very much.
All right, do we have any public comment today? All right, hearing none, I'll look for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
All right, we'll see you next month.